Hello, everyone. It's episode 85 of the General Damage Podcast.
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
It's going. It's a weird week.
Yes.
It's been a bomb week.
The best thing about this week is the fact that we finally have some motherfucking winter weather in goddamn California.
Fall weather. Yeah, yes, I completely agree.
God, holy shit. I woke up this morning at 9 a.m. hating the world because I woke up at 9 a.m. But I also woke up to a joyous sound of rain pouring down, and I was elated, and then I went back to sleep.
Yeah, I went out there at, around that time just to get a breather from work and to stop what? And to not listen to my coworker who's very audible about everything. He drinks loud, he swallows loud, he groans constantly. It's just like I don't want to get away from this, otherwise I'll smash his head into the computer. And just go out there and listen to the rain, which is 100 times better sound than that.
It is a fantastic sound.
Yeah. And speaking of sound, I finally resolved my issue.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Yeah, we had a technical issue last week, as we were going to record.
Was it just a cableage issue?
I believe that's what I bought. I threw money at it. I'm not an audio guy. I don't know if it could be the mic. I don't want it to be the mic. Who knows?
Definitely seems fine.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, right now, fingers crossed. It was a cable.
Yes, fingers crossed it was this cable. Don't be anything else. So knock on wood for that.
Seriously.
But yeah. 2 minutes in, and I'm Nick.
I'm Will.
And I'm Shane.
Yes. Who sounds tired?
Kind of. I'm also just trying to be a little bit quieter.
Fair enough. Well, it is midnight where you are as we record this, so.
It's per usual.
Yeah, well, yeah. Shit is what it is. You have your D&D game before this, so it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Goddamn D&D players.
I'm not going to say it's your fault, Shane, but it sounds like it's your fault, DM.
Yeah. Hey,
Which,
I don't roll ones. Which actually was, ironically, the problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes the DM just brings the roll good, and, well, that's how the story was written.
This guy, Brad, he's a friend. He goes, you should buy a scratch ticket tomorrow.
Hey, why not?
It's not a bad idea.
Hey, Will, another game, the game that I run, that I took over from Shane, fucking 40 years ago. In that game, do you have trouble rolling dice? I hear this is a thing with players, that some players, for some reason, just can't roll dice well. Like, it shit rolls.
Oh man, I am the king of bad rolls. I do not know a person who rolls worse than I do. I fucking cannot roll a dice to save my life, except for this character right now.
Okay.
Raynok, and it may be because Touch AC is saving my butt, but no joke.
Thing I despise.
Yeah, no joke. I cannot tell you the amount of fucking times I've rolled a D20 with a melee character or a ranged character, and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna hit, and it's like, you got a 3. And I'm just like, the fuck is this? Fucking dice, what are you doing? Or my favorite is, you hit, and then you roll for damage, and you get like, a handful of 1s and maybe a 6, and you're like, yes, this is my ability to roll dice. I'm retarded.
What's worse is if you crit on that and then you roll a bunch of 1s and it's double damage, so it's like, oh great, it's 12.
I dealt my average
on
a crit.
So here's the thing.
On 6
I've been playing on Roll20.
Yeah.
So there's no way to it's a random number generator really.
Right.
And it just sucks because when my players are like, oh, we want you to roll out. Don't try to finagle it too much. And I do that for non-boss characters because, fair enough, right? Mm-hmm. On a boss, I have to have a little bit more control. And I've been using a lot of custom creatures. Today was the first day I was just like, generic werewolf. Why not? What could go wrong? Literally, first roll, 20. And I was just like, I roll a d8 plus 2. That d8 goes to 10. It goes max damage 10. And I'm like, take 20 damage. And then another creature attacks. Oh, look at that. It also hits a 20.
Oh my
And I'm just like, first 2 attacks, and I've dealt over 40 damage to the tank. I was like, this isn't real.
That's
brutal.
That's brutal. That's brutal shit. Speaking of D&D, just to segue into one thing that I would like to talk about.
Yeah.
Because they play it, they reference D&D a lot.
Yeah.
I finished not a couple over the weekend because I had the house to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those things that Netflix. It's the curse of Netflix, essentially, where it's like, especially a Netflix show, where it's like, I ended an episode, it's midnight, and I'm like, fuck, I have to finish it. I had like 2 or 3 episodes left.
Oh, I feel you, man.
So, yeah.
Isn't Stranger Things like 40 minutes long?
No, they're each an hour long.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, you're getting a full-on hour of a really good show, in my opinion. But yeah, I finished. This is season 2, or basically they're calling it Stranger Things 2, like a sequel, like because it is essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I keep saying, like, we don't have television shows anymore. We have, like huge like long ass movies. We currently have a 17-hour movie with Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
We have like almost a 70-hour movie with fucking Game of Thrones. That's how I kind of view this one. But they do reference D&D a lot in that show. It's kind of like how they make it so you can understand the Upside Down. Which apparently on the script, which is something I learned on the script, it's never been said in the show once. But script-wise and with the Duffer Brothers, what they call that place is the Nether.
Okay.
So, but that's never been uttered in the show, which is interesting.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, it keeps it cryptic.
Yeah. But I don't think it will, because like that means they have to find out what it's called by one of its inhabitants, and all if its inhabitants are like murderers.
I'm sure they'll find it in some tome or something eventually.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if a human could live that long in the Upside Down.
Yeah.
But I really like the season. A lot of people are nitpicking, especially episode 7, because they think it's out of place. I don't think it's out of place. It fits up everything nicely. But yeah, it was a great season, and it's like, shit, I want more. And then, as I do, and I think we've all been there, something awesome happens, it's great, we obsess over it, and we go to the internet and basically just get inundated with theories and fan art and memes. Oh my god, the memes. Yeah. So, if you like 80s movies and nods to 80s stuff and nerd culture, I think Stranger Things is up there.
It's definitely one that I don't know. I've said it multiple times here that I need to sit down and watch it. I do. There are a lot of times where I mean, one of the biggest problems for me right now is I would love to have a second monitor, so I could be doing one thing on one monitor and running something like Stranger Things on the other monitor, so I could kind of enjoy the show while I'm kind of doing something else. As opposed to trying to fight on one monitor to kind of do mix my attention span across multiple things. And then right now, I'm watching Mr. Robot because season 3 is out, and last night's episode had no commercials.
Yeah, I heard that
whatsoever, and it is definitely one of the most intense episodes the show has ever had, because it almost seems like the entire episode is done in one shot. It's not, it's very hard to do that, but like the camera movements, how they're tracking the characters moving from area to area. It's like the camera stays on that person no matter where they go. And there's some sequences where they probably did it in like, they got that one take where everything just lined up perfectly. But shit, that show, at the end of it, I was like, there are 10 minutes left! I want to see the next episode! And it was like, nope, it's over. I was like, damn it! I'm so sad! So,
yeah.
Stranger Things feels like that level of me wanting to watch it. And so I'm just like, I gotta find time.
It's definitely like, you want to just constantly see what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
You have to, like, I mean, I found a points to stop, or where I had to stop, but you have to find the points to take a break from it.
Right.
But it's to me, it's a great show. Some people are, because it's popular and it's hyped, there's the hate that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's kind of whatever. I just really like it. I like I don't know, it harkens back to that Goonies thing where it's just these kids are kind of, they have a wonder about the world, they want to figure things out, they're not chicken shits, and they're not naive. They do what they can to solve problems. And that's the other thing I really, really like about it. So, what?
That cast is really talented.
Yeah, they're phenomenally talented. I mean, all of them. And Finn Wolfhard, who plays Mike, also played Richie in It, and they, two completely different characters, and he nails them both.
What was it? All the boys were on Lip Sync Battle.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't see that.
It was actually really entertaining. It was probably one of the better ones.
Yeah. One of the facts I actually found out about the majority of the young cast, all the boys and the girl, and I think even the actress who plays Mike's older sister, and all the kids. I'll just say that have musical talent in one aspect or another. Whether it's the ability to sing really well or play an instrument. And actually, all the boys were on a Tonight Show. One of the late shows with...
Fallon?
No, not Fallon. James Corden?
Oh, yeah, James Corden.
Yeah. They were on that, and they basically did a melody. They sang a bunch of, I want to say 50s or 60s songs.
I believe it.
And they sang them well. They wrote, they have voices, which is really cool. So, but it's also like, man, I really want next season
for sure.
Of course, people are saying, "Oh, the next season will come out until 2019 or something like that." It's like, breathe. It'll come out when it comes out.
I mean, it'll definitely come out when it comes out at this point. Yeah. No sooner.
Yeah.
Netflix has done a really good job, though, of producing its shows.
Yep. Yeah, they have.
It doesn't slouch.
Apparently, what they did with the Duffer Brothers, before the first season was even out, they basically said, yeah, you're making a second season. Here's a room. Get the brainstorming. So they came up with a bunch of shit for the next season before the first season even came out. Which is really cool. And it's just like, I want to say some stuff, but I also don't want to spoil it for you guys.
For sure.
Because it is good. So,
I mean, it's definitely something I gotta get to watching.
It's great. The actress that plays 11, Millie, her name's, I swear, it's like an old jazz singer or something like that. It's Millie Bobby Brown. That's the actress. Mm-hmm. Apparently, she is cast to be a lead in Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Really?
Yeah. All the kids are hot right now, so they have, deals coming up, which is interesting. So
weird.
Yeah,
I mean, good for her.
Yeah, good for her. Good for all of them. Finn Wolfhard's going to be in a movie that's coming out next year. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that the others will have movie deals and stuff. Oh, here's the thing. This is a thing I can mention. So there's a villain, a human villain in this season.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a human antagonist. His name's Billy. And what's interesting was he's like borderline sociopath. Like he could probably go that far, and it almost gets to a point where you think he will go that far.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing is, it's like, oh hey, where'd this guy come from? So I was looking up cast members and stuff. Apparently, he played the Red Ranger in the new Power Rangers movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, and now he's in Stranger Things with a horrible mullet and way too tight pants.
Ah.
But yeah, so that was funny. When did that movie come out? The Power Rangers one?
2017.
Oh, this year.
This
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, so many movies this year have fallen off the fucking radar after they've come out.
Well, I mean, a lot of the problem is many of the movies have not been
Successful.
impactful. Like they haven't left an impression.
Yeah, well,
and the ones that have, you can like easily be like, oh yeah, this movie. But
yeah,
like I don't remember the Power Rangers movie being very impactful. It you know, the people that saw it liked it, and the people that didn't see it were happy that they didn't. Like that's kind of how that movie broke down.
sure.
Yeah, as I recall saying, it's probably gonna be like a sleeper hit.
I mean, it'll be a sleeper hit for the diehard fans.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if you like movies, it's like I said before, it was basically a pretty solid movie. Like it wasn't anything super spectacular, but it was definitely, it hit all the right story notes, and it was a lot more than a lot of people gave it credit for.
Right.
But I have a feeling like it's not going to become popular or, pick up sales until like it hits that point where people start going, oh, I'll give it a watch just for the sake of giving it a watch.
As most things are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured it's cool to see though that guy got into Stranger Things because he's the whole cast was pretty talented.
Right. What's well, to go back to the whole thing where it's like, I feel like movies have just kind of like fallen off is, I don't know why, but it feels like I saw Logan, and Logan was amazing. It was phenomenal. Talk about another talented child star. But at the same time, it's like, oh yeah, that movie came out back in March of this year.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, I feel like it's been like forever. I feel like it's been like 2-3 years since that movie came out.
It does have that feeling.
Yeah, it's very, very odd. So
yeah.
But whatever. But yeah, watch Stranger Things.
We'll do.
Just don't like try to push the hype aside and go in there as clean as you can, which is impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Try. I don't want to, fucking hate it. It's bullshit.
Gotcha.
So that's how you greet me when you see it. Well, it's fucking bullshit. Just a needle me. But since we're talking about movies, why don't we talk about the holy hell deal that Rain Johnson got?
Oh yeah, that was like some sweet news to hear. The fact that Rain Johnson, who's writer and director of the Star Wars movie that's coming out this year, as the writer and director for Last Jedi. And I guess it's also his the dude he worked on the movie with. I think Bergman is the guy's name. Let me just Ram Bergman. They're going to be working on a brand new Star Wars trilogy, which is going to be outside of the Skywalker saga. So that's pretty freaking sweet.
Come on, bounty hunter movies.
They said they want to do something that's kind of in an area where they haven't really touched on it. Bounty hunter storyline is not outside of the realms of it. I mean, the only thing Star Wars related that's kind of touched on that has been the Rebels and Clone Wars series. And in Rebels, it's kind of been a more... They've both have been important in their own rights, but I think in Rebels, it's been more prevalent because one of the characters is Mandalorian, that works with kind of the main cast of heroes. And she now has one of the kind of important relics for the Mandalorians. So she kind of is a leader, an authoritative figure-ish. But yeah, like, this kind of news is great. And also, I'm kind of excited to see Last Jedi even more. If they felt that what he helped create with this next movie, with Last Jedi, was strong enough for them to go, yes, please, we'd love you to do a new trilogy. Because that's kind of a reassuring thing. And it's like spoilerless for this movie, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I want to see this now.
Yeah. Well, it also kind of like it's the whole thing where when Trevor, the original guy for episode 9, left, or Fire, whatever the fuck you want to call it, when he left, everyone was like, well, Rian Johnson, we hear he's doing good. Why not he direct episode 9 too?
Yeah.
Why doesn't he do that? And then they brought in J.J. Abrams, and everyone's like, okay, fine, safe choice. But lo and behold, they're going to give Johnson 3 movies unto himself, so...
Like, I'm totally fine with them going, all right, let's go back to Abrams, safe bet, can round it out, kind of bring that uplifting story that we want, and Rian can make his own storyline with kind of whatever twists and turns that fit within kind of the canon universe that we have. And that is cool, because that's probably... I mean, that's one of those things that, like, fans of the extended universe would probably yell out 1,000 things that they would like to see adaptations of. And we finally can get that. We can get something that is, you know, what we consider extended universe quality materials.
Yeah, and it's also the fact that we're not talking about this one fucking family for 9 films.
God, seriously.
Okay.
2 families, I should say.
So I can name 3 to 4 things I think would make great trilogies, right?
Okay.
Bounty hunters, right?
Sure. Yeah.
There's so much on that.
Yeah.
You could do it about, was it Death Watch?
Sure.
The Mandalorian Council, right? We could even go push it further. The founding of the Jedi Order.
Sure.
That's
we can go 1,000 years ago.
Then, of course, the other thing you could do, too, is you could do kind of a crime syndicate movie. The Hutt Clan.
Oh, dude.
They're a fucking mob. Like,
I mean, that kind of ties all those in together, minus
I can imagine bounty hunters and Hutt kind of going at it.
Oh, yeah.
And those are like just the 4 things I could name off the top of my head. I got probably like a dozen, right? Because there's just all these cool things.
Crimson Empire! I want to see Crimson Empire as a movie.
Yeah, I was just thinking Crimson Empire could totally be a thing, right?
For those who don't know what that is, it's an extended universe series that focuses on the story behind the Crimson Guard and how they came to be, and kind of how much of a badass they are, and we never see that. Like, how well trained they are to be just some random dudes guarding the most important officials of the Empire.
And if you really want to push it even more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, there were parts of Rebels, right?
Yeah.
Like, Rebels, there's so many different Rebels storylines you could do. There's a whole bunch of Clone Wars stories that were never told.
Yeah.
And, like, once again, Clone Wars as a TV show was, like, one of my favorites because it touched on so many cool aspects that I don't think the movie did justice.
God, it really, really, like, covers a large span of the world. And it doesn't even have to involve any Jedi in it half the time. You're, like, happy to see these clones be people.
You could also do, what was it? Like, the, basically, the origin of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm not talking about, like, the Sith, the evil group. I'm talking about the Sith, the race of people.
Yeah.
Who discover that they have some sort of unique natural, ability to tap into the Force.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of political stuff to that too. Like, if you did a whole movie about the Sith discovering that they can use the Force and then having this huge debate about the morality of should we police the universe or should we maintain balance? And like, there's so many other things you could get from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is exciting just because it's not going to be about Skywalker. And, you know, I'd be cool with a Skywalker storyline, but I don't get Mara Jade.
Dude, I'm right there with you, man.
So I've lost all interest.
Such an important character in the EU. Sans Mara Jade.
Yeah. And I mean, another thing too, and I think we could all agree, is like no matter what they do, they could even do like a pod racer movie.
That'd be weird for trilogy, but you know,
but it'd be
cool.
Be
weird. But you know, because Rian Johnson made some good films. I mean, Looper, I think, is probably a really fantastic movie.
Yeah.
So you just have to see what he picks. He could do something entirely different. You never know.
Yeah. I'm excited for whatever kind of comes of that. We're not going to see it for a while. So,
yeah.
It's just something that that concept that's on the horizon is great.
Yeah. Well, so after 8, we have a Solo movie.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's actually called Solo, a Star Wars story.
Yeah.
And then we have either a Boba Fett movie or a movie called Red 5.
Right.
I'm not sure. But those are fine. I'm fine with those being little niche movies, like little one-offs. I love those. Make more of those. Those are cool. Make them weird. Make them artistic. And then if they want to make, have Rian Johnson make a whole other trilogy, fine, great. More Star Wars is great. Maybe it'll get off the superhero track.
I mean, I'll be real. Like, I think it'd be really cool, no matter what direction they go at this point.
Yeah.
With all their content.
Well, I mean, they started at the way bottom.
Yeah.
So they can only really go up. I'm iffy with the Solo movie because it has so much drama behind the scenes. But we'll see.
To be fair, like that movie is kind of in its own little gray area right now.
Yeah, we know nothing.
Yeah.
I think the reason why Rogue One was fine was because it wasn't a story that we had ever really heard, and it involved no kind of characters that existed in either the episodes 1, 2, and 3, or 4, 5, and 6. No major characters. Doing a Solo movie, doing a Boba Fett movie, there are higher expectations to those, and I think there are a lot more pitfalls in the way of making a movie like that. So it'll be what it'll be at this point. Like, if it's good, great. If it's bad, maybe they'll learn from it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a... Yeah, again, we don't know anything. The only thing that I know of is the 2 directors that they had before were the 2 directors that directed the 21 Jump Street movies.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they were going to go comical, kind of zany, which, if you're talking about a young thief, why not?
Sure, yeah.
But then they clashed with Kathleen Kennedy, the head of LucasArts.
Mm-hmm.
So they were let go, or they left, or whatever. Whatever the lingo is, they're not there. And then they brought in Ron Howard, who, rumor has it, reshot 85% of the movie.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, which is why we're not getting it in May. We're going to get it next year around this time.
Bail! Quick, bail, everybody! Get out the boat, or get up the pails. It's sinking.
At the same time, May to me is too fucking crowded anyway. So, like with Infinity War coming out, I wouldn't want a Star Wars movie on top of that.
I'm cool to get it whenever at this point.
Yeah. I mean, we've had so far 2 really good Star Wars movies, and we're hoping to get a third Star Wars really good Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
and answer some fucking questions.
I mean, it could that movie getting pushed back. I'm not too disappointed.
Right.
I'm not either.
I think I'd rather have them get it right and take as long as they need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Though at the same time, it's like to be fair, I don't actually have the highest expectations for that movie. Sure. And that was before all of the drama.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nothing major. It's just Han Solo is a cool character.
Yeah.
Han Solo's an excellent, interesting character. But the problem is, we kind of saw him in his prime already.
Right.
And the other thing is, like, if you read the EU stuff, he does some really cool things that we're never going to get to see on film.
Exactly.
So I don't think they could make him any better in my eyes. And that's not to say that this movie is going to be bad, but it's like, you'd have to do something completely stellar to, like, get my, oh my god, this is so amazing. Like,
I'm trying real hard to ignore news with Star Wars, even though I shouldn't because we have this podcast, but it's like, whatever, I don't want to know. But I just keep hearing stupid things like, oh, we're going to see his Kessel Run. We're going to see the Millennium Falcon's Kessel Run. I don't fucking care. And in my opinion, that whole Kessel Run thing is like, this model of ship did this quickly. And not the specific one, and I don't think Han ever did it. So it's like, why the fuck do we care about this thing? No, like, think of something better, but, like, whatever, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I think it's cooler if you don't explain it.
Right,
yes.
you never see it. It's more amazing and fantastical.
You want to
midi-chlorians, that's what this is.
No, ready? You want to be cool, though?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give them this. Okay. I'm cool with with the Han Solo movie starting off with him sitting in a bar, and then someone comes up and talks to him, like, hey, I heard you did this crazy thing with your outdated ship, and we never see it, and he's just like, yeah, I did, right?
Right.
And then everyone's like, oh, and like, if they keep the mystery behind it, and then just act like it has this prestige, you are now paying homage to this interesting little tidbit that happened in A New Hope.
Yeah.
I'll do you one better, and I'll Disney it a little bit.
Sure.
You have a guy come up to Han Solo. It's young Han Solo, New Hope Han Solo. You never see his face, but you see the outfit, the vest, and his back is to him, to the camera.
Yeah.
And then you hear the Harrison Ford's voice, and then it flashes back, and it's basically right before he meets Luke.
Ooh, that is pretty good.
That could be cool. That could be cool.
Yes, but don't CGI fucking young Harrison Ford.
we don't need that. It's fine. Get him to do the voice, and that's all she wrote.
We just need a silhouette. We just need a silhouette and the clothing, and we're sold. We don't need CGI Harrison Ford. We just don't.
It's funny. There are some story techniques that the ambiguity of something, just like hearing that someone did this fantastical feat is more interesting than actually having seen it. Is more fantastical to the mind to imagine what that entails than seeing how it is, because then it detracts from a feat.
You want to know what is a great example of that?
Mm-hmm.
It's because they did it in Pirates of the Caribbean, but they made a joke out of it.
Right.
How they talked about how Jack Sparrow got off that stranded island.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And then, and like, she's like, didn't she do all this stuff? And he goes, I spent 3 days on this island.
Yeah.
And then a merchant ship showed up, and they took me back to land.
That is great because it takes the piss out of his own sail, and that is, for that specific character, it's perfect. For Han Solo, you can't take the piss out of that man's sail. It'd be so bad. God, it'd be terrible.
But it is the season of fall with the cold weather and the turkey days coming up and Christmas and all that shit, and Star Wars. Star Wars.
Yeah, it's getting close. It's getting real close.
It's gonna be pretty great though.
Feel my veins opening up again. They're clamoring for the next fix, man.
I watched half of Force Awakens yesterday. It was on one of the movie channels, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm doing this for a little bit.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's a great movie. I think it still holds up, even though it's like 2 years old.
Yep.
It's still
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, the new trilogy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's supposed to hold up, and I'm not saying like, it was a good film. It was fun to watch, and it should be rewatched because that's kind of the point. Like, I bet if people had the ability to watch the first trilogy as quickly as we could watch the new one, like they would have fucking destroyed that.
Well, I mean, that's why Star Wars in '77 was in theaters for like over a year.
Exactly, yeah.
And we have people like, like my dad, some cousins of his, saw the first Star Wars movie like 40 times. Or something like that. I know my dad says he saw it at least a dozen.
Damn. No surprise there.
It was one of those movies. Yeah. It was a turning point. It was a huge turning point. So, yeah. Congrats to Rain Johnson. Don't fuck up, I guess.
Do something cool. Do something interesting.
Yeah, and here the thing with that is like I'm hoping Disney doesn't like. I mean, they left a lot of control to him apparently with Episode 8.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping with this whole new trilogy, they're also like giving him a lot of slack.
I think they will. They like from the article. It sounds like there was like a good balancing between like ideas and kind of validation for said ideas, like a good communication. Again, it's just an article, just words. Who knows what the actual story is? But going on solely off of that, it sounds like it's positive. So it sounds like they can kind of, for the most part, go in a direction that feels different, but also feels close to home.
Yeah. Just a little thing. We can continue and talk about something else.
Mm-hmm.
So Disney owns Marvel and LucasArts and Star Wars and all that stuff.
Right.
Just from Marvel, Disney has made over $5 billion. It's bought both of those franchises. Well, both of the LucasArts stuff and Marvel for about $4 billion each.
So they're pretty much well on their way to making back whatever they spent.
Yeah.
Must be good to be a Disney exec.
Seriously. But it has taken them, in Marvel's case, it's taken them 17 movies.
I think that is to be expected, though.
Yeah.
With something like that. Yeah.
Every now and then we'll get a Iron Man 2 or Thor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or an Ant-Man, kind of.
Well, you know what, though? Even though those movies were quote-unquote successful, they still brought in some type of money. And you know what they built up, like... It's interesting because, like, the way Disney's got it going, they can pretty much snowball their films.
Yeah.
They don't have to, like, sparse things out. They have so much going for them.
Yeah, for sure. I'm so looking forward to Black Panther, though.
Looks good. Looks real good.
It's really good. You guys see the posters for all of them?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All the character posters? Those are awesome.
They look fucking fantastic.
Yeah. We got some game news.
So much.
Yeah, we got... Well, I want to talk about one thing I'm not happy about. EA bought Respawn.
Yeah.
And after my whole fight that is still going on with EA, by the way, I'm just not looking forward to this because I don't want to have to get Titanfall 3 and it's like, oh well, you can't play on the multiplayer because of your this isn't working for you. Your EA ID isn't working for you, and it's like, god damn it. I don't want to go through that. I really don't. And apparently I'm gonna have to go through it.
So this acquisition that EA is making, I definitely want to see what happens, because if Visceral Games or BioWare or half its other subsidiaries it owns, those are any just inkling of what is to come for Respawn, I can only hope that they fucking make it through it. Because I felt EA has done all right for itself over the years with the Visceral thing. Definitely a kick in the huevos. Hearing what happened to you, not great. So like my kind of trust and feeling in them is kind of marred.
Same.
So this makes me now want to just watch this like a damn hawk. And I'm not going to be that person who, as soon as they fuck up once, then I'm going to jump down their throat. It's as soon as I start hearing like, oh, they're having to downsize Respawn now, or oh, they're not getting as much in the way of products to produce. That will be the shit. Well, that'll be like, and this is what happens when EA buys you up. You get downsized, exactly. And you get just basically put into the corporate grinder, and the company that you once were a part of gets chewed up into little bits and spit out like a dozen other companies, left to be just part of the ashes and ruins of other dead companies. There are a fair number under EA's kind of label.
So went over that.
Yeah, so it's. I don't have immediate concern for it, and I think it mostly comes down to that I've kind of shied away from playing EA games. Not because I hate EA, they just haven't produced anything that I need to buy. And even any of their companies under them, there hasn't been anything where I feel like I have to buy this game.
And for me, it's like, I bought this game, I want to play this game, I don't want to have a fucking door slam in my face because I need something else to play it. That's where I'm coming off at. Like, I like Titanfall. Titanfall was a great game, and the Titanfall 2 was fantastic. I wish the story was a bit more original.
I think when it comes down to like origin system really needs a facelift, because I'm fine. Again, we've talked about this before. I'm fine with Ubisoft's approach to it because it's not as invasive. It's like I can run any Ubisoft game through Steam. It'll just launch Ubisoft's thing and then kick straight into the game. Yeah. Sometimes it'll be like, hey, just log in real quick, and I'm like, okay, Ubisoft, and then it goes, great, we'll get you in the game now. So basically, like, creates an intermediary, which I could give two shits about half the time. But because Origins is like Steam, and I feel like that system is a terrible mess, it has also probably made me not want to buy an EA game as well, because I'm like, I have to go through your thing? I guess on the console it's fine-ish, sort of. But they just, like, I haven't wanted to buy the new Battlefront as much as, like, I'm sure I'd have a fun time with. It's kind of not the multiplayer game I want to pick up. Titanfall looks like a good romp, but it's not a game that I need to pick up anytime soon. So yeah, this is that news where you're just like, all right, let's see where the dice have been rolled. Let's see how they lie. I want. Respawn created something that's really cool. They broke away from a big company. They started something new, and now they're being bought up by a big company. So, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's just, for me, it's like, oh man, I'm really looking forward to Titanfall 3, and it was a question of because where Titanfall 2 landed holiday-wise, like, got chewed up and spit out, and not everyone forgot about it. Mm-hmm. But, like, with EA, maybe they can, like, find have it, like, be the spring game that it should be.
Yeah.
Buy it in spring, releases in spring, be done with it. They can own that part of the year. Mm-hmm. But they didn't fucking do it that way. But, like, it's my issue with EA games, which is, like, they just put all this shit unnecessarily into the games to apparently protect the game from being hacked and cracked and all this other bullshit, and also to monetize it and to get microtransactions and all that other bullshit. And to me, it's just a disappointment because I was really happy that Respawn owned Titanfall and EA couldn't fully control them, but EA can control when the game came out. That was a problem.
I mean, it's definitely concerning.
It is, and you will, I'm gonna be watching this.
I mean, here's how I look at it. It was either a do or don't thing for EA, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was because that was the thing. It's I have a feeling this was going to come to pass eventually. Didn't expect it so soon.
Mm-hmm.
But we can only watch from here on out. Unfortunately, EA's track record and their Midas touch that turns everything into garbage.
Yeah.
It's just kind of how long can it hold out? Hopefully they don't try to mess with the company too much.
Yeah, well, it's we can only hope. As far as I know, from what Respawn is currently having in production, it is, again, probably Titanfall 3. There's rumor has it, a Star Wars game, and some VR thing. As well as another IP. I'm not sure what that is. And the VR thing is probably just a gimmick, like all VR shit, and it's probably going to be like a Titanfall one-off. But yeah, not too pleased about this news.
Yeah, it's just kind of we got to see what happens with it from kind of here on out.
Yeah, very true. On to some other game news. BlizzCon happened recently. Recently this past weekend.
Oh my god.
Which it explained why, as I'm going through my Instagram, I'm seeing a ton of cosplayers and really great shots, and what the fuck is all this? Why are they popping up on my feed so much? Oh, right, BlizzCon. Yeah. And that's probably that's probably the only reason I would like to go to BlizzCon is just to see how intricate people dress up for that. But it won't be worth the ticket. But yeah, BlizzCon came out, and they have a WoW expansion, which is, I don't know what number this is. And the thing that I was more happy about, an Overwatch short.
The Overwatch short definitely, of the BlizzCon things that were to come out, other than the skins for Overwatch, which I saw some of those where it's a number of the characters got Blizzard game skins,
the crossover game skins,
or
as we're all calling them right now, the Blizzard World skins.
Those skins are fantastic. If you've not gotten a chance to see them, do so. Those are definitely top notch. But definitely the Reinhardt short was one of the coolest things. I really liked it. It had the right amount of impact with the right amount of just kind of nudging your heartstrings, going, yeah, you feel a little bit. He has a heart there. I feel it.
So, it's funny because I was talking to my friends who I play Overwatch with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, it's like Blizzard just goes into an animation meeting and says, okay, how sad can we make this person's backstory in one go?
Okay, I kind of get the emotional impact, but I wasn't... I mean, I got it, but it didn't hit me into my core like a lot of people are raving about it. But it was good. I mean, I'm not going to deny that.
I think it hits players a little bit more.
Sure.
Okay.
I believe
it. Because Reinhardt, all of his voice lines, all of his stuff, he's like this huge grandpa type figure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then to see, grandpa as a young person, and it's like how you see your actual grandparents, and you're like, oh wow, you lived a totally different life from what you are now.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's where the impact comes from. The other really cool short that came out was the one for Heroes of the Storm, which was
that one.
It was called Dragons.
Oh.
Oh, is that the about the brothers? That one?
No, it's Hanzo and Alex Straza.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because Hanzo's making it into the game. Genji's already there. And then what was really cool though is like I was more interested into it for Alex Straza.
Yeah.
One of my favorite characters, and they just did a complete redesign of her character's look from the World of Warcraft, and it looks like 1,000 times better. And that's actually going to be in Heroes of the Storm, and I thought that was really cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Wildest thing, Blizzard announced that StarCraft 2 is going free to play.
Yep, you can get Wings of Liberty for free.
Yep. I forgot about that. I'm the one that told Phil.
It was D&D, I think you mentioned that.
Yeah. We're getting dinner.
Yeah.
And I said, oh yeah, they're making Wings of Liberty free to play. And I think if you already have it, you get another one that's free to play.
I mean, that's pretty sweet.
That's really nice.
Yeah, that's probably like the best deal that you can have out there.
Yeah. I was not, so I'll definitely be the first to say not excited for the new the new WoW expansion. I don't play WoW, so that kind of that already sets me up for like, why do you give a shit?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, Will, are you gonna cancel your subscription now?
No, God no. I have no reason to play an MMO ever again in my life. Yeah, I'd rather play a million other games and sink hours into them. But like, I've watched the cinematic trailers that they've always been putting out, and I'm like, oh, I really love these. These are beautiful. Oh, look at how cool they are. Look at the story they're telling. And then this one came out, and I was like, wait, are they doing an RTS? And then I was, sorely reminded that they will never do an RTS ever again in their life. And I got to see what felt like a rollback in storytelling that we'd gotten like so far deep and so far in, and it's like, great, there's some like cross communication between the Horde and the Alliance, and it's kind of uneasy, and there's still not a lot of trust, and we're just in open war again because we can't really come up with anything new. Okay.
Well,
all right.
My take on it was, and like I used to play WoW.
Yeah.
I'll never go back though because I'm not going to pay $15 a month for a game.
Yeah, seriously.
But my thing with it was, I thought it was a cool trailer, and it was very refreshing because the last 3 expansions of that game have all been, oh man, the Horde and Alliance need to put aside their differences to save the world because a world-ending god is coming, right?
Right.
And like, this was cool because it's going back to basics, but I do agree with you, Will, where it's like, this should have been a trailer for an RTS because that was the core of Warcraft, is what that trailer was.
Yeah, that trailer, if you were to be like, if you were to show me that, like, no joke, I saw that trailer you posted, I was like, why is Shane posting an old trailer for a World of Warcraft game? And then I looked at the date for the video, I was like, what the hell is this? This seems so off. So, I get wanting to go back to your roots. I feel like you need to ease into it, though. Like,
the other thing is,
you need a good spark. Mm-hmm.
At this point, like, Legions apparently was their best expansion ever.
Yeah. Well,
and the problem is,
that'll be the only good expansion ever now.
Well, that's the problem. Is like, apparently Legion pulled out all the stops. They did all sorts of like story plot twists. They like, did you know Sylvanas no longer has immortality?
I did not.
Yeah, like that's a huge thing, and like, Anduin's now the leader of the Alliance.
Right, yeah.
Saw that in the trailer.
In the trailer, he's in paladin armor, and he's a damn cleric.
What
the hell was that?
I don't know Warcraft, so I'm just gonna say this: when the helmet fell off, I'm like, wow, it's a woman. Wait, that wolf guy called her a king. Wait, that's just a very, very pretty man.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it continues to.
Dude, as soon as
that was my reaction.
As soon as the helmet came off, I was like, why the fuck is Anduin in fucking armor? He's not a paladin. He's a damn cleric. Get him his robes and his book.
Guess who sacrificed himself at the beginning of Legion?
Oh, is it his dad?
Varian.
Yeah, no,
Varian tries to solo he basically tries to solo Gul'dan
Yeah, and gets wrecked.
It gets wrecked. But like, you know, aside all that stuff, right? Like, Will and I mentioned this last week, which is BlizzCon is super unique.
Yeah.
And, you know, we were like, oh man, you know, for opening ceremonies for BlizzCon are tomorrow, you know, we'll see what happens, right? Mm-hmm. But, you know, Blizzard just they pulled out all the stops. It was a good year for them. Like, content-wise, and they're doubling down on all of their IPs, which we talked about last week.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It is just one of those where maybe it's now time to phase out World of Warcraft. And I know the hardcore people will be like, you're fucking dumb, shut your whore mouth, don't talk to me that way. But I'm just saying, after kind of what Legion presented, this feels like a step in a backwards direction. And I may be full of shit. Who knows?
There was one more announcement, Will.
Mm-hmm.
Someone on the World of Warcraft team finally acknowledged that legacy servers are now in the works.
Oh yeah,
no
for
date,
vanilla WoW.
But they were like, we heard you. We heard that some of you want to go back to vanilla World of Warcraft.
Right.
We heard that some of you want to go back to Burning Crusade or Wrath of the Lich King, and they're like, we hear you. And we are now going to create, or we're going to start working on dedicated legacy servers. And
if it's done well, cool.
If it's done well, I think that should be the end of the whole thing of World of Warcraft. It should be just like, you could play up to Battle for Azeroth.
Yeah.
Or you could just play vanilla WoW, which a lot of people still say is the best version. And I have to admit, like, I played a bit of it. It's fun. Going back to just first expansion World of Warcraft, like regular WoW, that's cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't look great.
It's
but
definitely
it's cool.
a different beast compared to where it is now. You know, if that's kind of in the works, yeah, I think that's kind of a great swan song to kind of end that IP, because I don't think, and I may just be reading into it wrong, I don't think there are any more ideas for that MMO off of looking at this trailer.
Warcraft 4.
Like, you might as well just do that. You can craft a story that is kind of involves the story that's been developed through World of Warcraft and can also break the rules, I feel.
Yeah. So, every now and then, especially around BlizzCon, I will look up Warcraft 4 or a remaster of 3. And I ran across an article recently that I can't find, and it was recent, like, you know, it happened within the week, about saying, well, it was a executive or something like that saying, well, I don't think we're there. Yeah, I don't, I'm just going to continue. The article said something along the lines of, yeah, I don't think we're there yet to make a remaster for Warcraft 3. It needs a couple years, and I'm like, the game came out in 2003. How many more years do you want? Just make a Warcraft 3 remaster. Just do it. And I don't know why they're holding up. It doesn't make any sense. I would love a Warcraft 3 remaster.
I think the big thing is the kind of era of RTSs is definitely, you know, kind of come and gone. Like, there are very little RTSs being made these days. So I think that kind of doesn't help them, and like makes them probably not want to. But then again, like the difference in time between StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2 is a very long time, so they could be looking at that as kind of a benchmark for when they would want to go back and either do a remastered or a Warcraft 4, maybe. I don't... Kind of at this point, my feeling is they won't do a Warcraft 4, but who knows if they kind of end... if they end World of Warcraft, going back to the RTSs is not a bad decision.
No, it's not. But like at this point, I would like a Warcraft 3 remaster over a 4th RTS game. Just because, you know.
It'd be cool. Yeah. Definitely would be cool. We should get close to wrapping up, but there's one little thing I kind of want to throw out there. Is a cool little trailer that came out. Transformers Titans Return trailer. I think it's going to be. It looks like it's going to be a movie. I sent it to these two guys, and it looks awesome. We're going back to kind of the original designs for the Transformers. It definitely is running on, or it's all 3D, so the art style is definitely different.
It looks very much like Energon, or Armada, which were actually really cool shows.
Right, and the story for this movie looks really sweet. It is very interesting that in the trailer you get to see a clip of Optimus Prime and Megatron standing side by side next to each other, not fighting, and having like a conversation, as if they were like just two bystanders. Which is crazy to think about, considering how much at war the Decepticons and the Autobots have been at each other's throats. That these two kind of megalithic creatures that will rain chaos and havoc everywhere bring that kind of to a screeching halt to present a very new and very real problem in the fact that one of the Titans is fucking Starscream. That rat bastard.
You know what's really exciting? Because they've been... I didn't know they were going to make a movie, right?
Right.
But I'm a big follower of Transformers toys.
Dude, this is great. And, this is a great fucking, like...
Well, I think they already launched the toy line a little bit. Mm-hmm. Because they have, they have some classic models of Titans stuff, right? And I'm looking at toys now that do have Titans Return.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome. But one of the things I'm really excited for with this movie is because they, in the trailer, Windblade was in it.
Yeah.
And Windblade is one of the newest created Autobots in the last, 5 years. Mm-hmm. And so, this movie obviously shows that, okay, this is a very much updated story, right? It's very different.
I think the cast of people they have is also a very interesting cast of individuals. In terms of actors, we have Judd Nelson, Will Wheaton, Michael Dorn, Jason David Frank, Nolan North, Matt Pat?
Wait, Jason David Frank is in this movie?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I gotta check out the IMDb.
Matt Pat's in this. Dashy Games.
It's not, dude, it's not a movie.
Oh, it's not?
It's a miniseries.
Oh, even cooler.
Where can you watch it?
I'm not sure yet, but it says episode 1 is already out? ?
Interesting.
Oh, no, not yet. Okay. It premieres Tuesday, November 14th.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot of sense because that's the thing is when I was in California, mm-hmm. I went to a Toys R Us outlet.
Yeah.
While I was at the mall, and I was like, and my friend's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm gonna go check out the toys because Transformers. It's an outlet. I might find something useful." And I saw the Titans Returns toys, but at the time, I was just like, "Oh, these just look like some Generations reprints,
right?
Which are still really cool." But man, oh man, I am excited.
November 14th. It'll launch on go90.com. And I guess there's a lot of Transformer stuff on this thing. So yeah, that's where it's going to be airing, which is pretty cool. I just thought it was going to be a movie, really.
Yeah, I thought it was a movie as well.
Because it comes off as very movie-like, and I totally would have been fine with a movie, but a miniseries is pretty awesome.
Oh my god, this just made my day. Judd Nelson, one of my favorite actors,
Yeah.
is playing my favorite Autobot.
Who?
He's Hot Rod.
Oh wow! All right, that's dope. That's
Judd
pretty.
Nelson.
That's pretty.
I'm trying to
sweet.
remember Judd Nelson.
Breakfast Club. John Bender.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I knew it sounded familiar.
Dude, oh my god, this is such an awesome cast list.
It's a big cast list.
It's a very interesting cast list. It's cool though. I think that's this is, I haven't wanted to watch Transformers in a while. I think not since I was like a kid. But this is something that I'm definitely down to fucking sit down and watch.
Oh my god, this is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Tay Zonday.
Yeah.
Chocolate Rain guy.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is the chorus of the Primes.
Yep. Yeah, it's an interesting cast of people because it's known actors and then also kind of YouTube people as well here and there. So I think that's it's all right. I'll take it. Shane, I can hear your excitement. I can also hear the table that you're sitting at creaking a little bit. Simmer down, boy. Keep it in the pants.
I'm just rocking back and forth in my chair. Actually, I'm just like, dude.
I think Shane's night is made.
It's something where as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm going to post it to our group because it's something that we can talk about, and it's something that I know we'll be excited about in our own different ways. And I was like, yep, just go on, offend it.
The only thing that can make me happier in Transformers news is if someone goes, hey, Cartoon Network got renewed to do a remake of the Unicon saga.
Sure. That'd be cool.
Oh my god, I'd watch that. I'd watch that so much.
Well, I mean, so I know we're kind of extending it longer than we should, but kind of speculate if this does well enough, if this is kind of received well enough, they may look at the numbers to be like, should we do more with this? And or they just may be like, we're just going to do a one-off. That's it. We got these people together. That's cool. But they may decide to, like, if it does well, do more, which I'd be pretty all right with.
I mean, the big thing is, it's like there's always been a Transformers show, right?
Yeah, for years and years.
Yeah, I mean, kids like Transformers. It's a fun thing. In terms of this, it's like I'm glad to see this little mini-series because it goes back to when I used to really watch Transformers.
Yeah.
The style, the look, it's really good.
Yeah, that classic look, it's really good.
And the thing is, it's like, the last time I was really excited, though, for Transformers was when Cartoon Network got a hold of it. Mm-hmm. They did Transformers the Animated Series.
Oh, that one was like where they were very stylized and kind of like the proportions were very different than.
Yeah, they looked more mix of people and robot. But the thing is, it was such a cool story.
Had heels.
Oh yeah. But it was so different, and I was like, man, this is cool. They got all these interesting character designs, and the best part was it was 2D.
Yeah.
Which is some of the best Transformers stuff, and I was like, if anything, I hope Cartoon Network is like, guys, I want to buy one more Transformers series from Hasbro.
I am glad Peter Cullen is doing the voice of Optimus Prime.
I don't think you can't not have him.
I know, but man, the world is a scary place these days, and I'm just glad he's there. I really am.
True.
Oh God. Yeah, that's some cool news, man. I'm excited to see. I hope this does well. I hope people know about it and like sit down and watch it because I think it's worth a watch.
I agree.
Yeah, like I guess you're gonna find out how much Go90 costs and subscribe, Shane, to watch Transformers.
I will find a way to watch it no matter what.
Yeah,
quote unquote, if it is appropriate.
Yeah, for the link for the thing is they had it actually at the bottom of that trailer, which I thought was interesting, of where they're going to be airing it, which I'll send to you guys right now. Yeah, it's on go90.com is the name of the thing, and it's /shows. So yeah, if you're a Transformers person, like Shane definitely is, and is currently rocking back and is forth in his chair like an excited child,
frothing at the mouth.
Yeah, watch this. Do it.
No. If those fuckers had Grimlock in the trailer, I'd be frothing hard. Oh my god, best design.
Hard frothing. Sounds awful.
That's a subcategory of a subcategory.
I think that's just gagging on foam at that point.
Frothing hardcore. That's a subcategory of a subcategory in Pornhub, I think.
Oh god, no. Alright, anything else?
No, I think we're good. We hit everything we wanted to talk about, so excellent. I got nothing else.
Alright, with that said, thank you for listening. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe on iTunes, and if you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, give us a share. And if you're on our website, definitely comment.
Yes. Please do. Are you excited for Transformers? Are you scared for Respawn? Does fucking does Rain Johnson make you super happy to see some different Star Wars movies? Please tell us. We'd love to hear.
Yeah, same. And hey, shoot me something about Stranger Things, because I want someone to bounce ideas off of.
Some fucker out there who listens to this has to.
Hey, they do on
Stranger
Reddit.
Things.
Definitely.
All right. Later.
Deuces, y'all.
Later days.